So today we're going to give our most important listening tip that we learned in our class this semester. And it is emotional reactivity and trying not to let your emotions get the best of you when you are listening to other people. So when someone comments about, like, let's say your outfit or something, rather than immediately interrupting or defending yourself or creating an argument, you just listen to the person, listen to what they have to say, and then go on from there and decide whether or not you're going to comment or rebuttal. And
yeah, I think from personal experience, having a child and parent relationship, this comes in handy because I know I get very defensive and I know that they're helping me, but I always will get emotional, like crying emotional. But a tip that I have used in my life is to breathe before you speak. So once you find yourself like getting really angsty, just to take a breath, and that also helps you think before you speak, which is very important. And to not get emotional with it. But having the other person heard before you speak is also important, because in order to have yourself heard, you need to listen as well.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
One example of this happened actually recently. I'm a journalism major, so I have to pitch my news stories to professors. And one professor always tells me that my stories are not interesting. And I could react emotionally and I could let the emotions get the best of me and try and defend my stories or try to argue with my professor. But rather than doing that, I've learned to kind of just like sit back, listen to what my professor has to say, and realize that we both have different personalities and we both have different interests. He might not find something interesting that I find interesting, and we all have different personalities, so I think that's important to keep in mind when someone says something, that we all have different opinions and we're not going to agree all the time. So keeping that in mind, learning to take criticism, find what's most important from that criticism, and then react in a calm way is best, rather than just arguing or debating, because you don't want to do that, because then that could lead to a whole big argument.
Right. So I hope these tips are useful. Good luck in your listening future.